Welcome, lords, ladies, and everything in between as we adventure into our Blue Rose setting for today as our crew has pushed forth into a whole other world, a world of romance and etiquette and the proper way to do everything. And it is into this place they pursue their friend Lies, who seems to go by Lysandra here, and is due to be married, and left behind her politely several wedding invitations to help them hopefully make their way if they can get there in time. And to see some of our people want to break it up, some want to investigate, others just want to solve what they believe is to be an arsonist crime. And so, a somewhat singular mission to get to Lysandra with many, many different paths once arrived. And last session, we found very quickly that not everyone is on the same path. There's much disagreement, but our crew of now well-to-do citizens, thanks to the faked documents provided by Nayland, that have decided the thing they all have in common is getting to Lies. So they've begun that process. Upon the way, they have picked up one who seemed to be a very good friend of Lies, who, for some reason, because the roads were too dangerous at the time they had to go towards the wedding, could not make it, and a unexpected friend was brought along as well, an Anastasia. And as we can remind our players, anyone watching, new worlds are great places because they can often mean new rules of physics, new ways things work in the same thing. So while what people think of you ultimately might not have a physical repercussion in one world, here, reputation might even make one exhausted or worse. So there are many things that could happen here in this place. So without further ado, we will come upon ourselves on the road within the carriage. You have hired a security team as well as a carriage to take you here, given your various identities, and made a quick stop at a little love shop and got in a few fake items and a few outright romantic ones, including certain things that all seem to be powered by love. And you have begun to understand that here, true admiration and affection powers much of the magic in this world. Uh, and you've only begun to fully understand what that could mean. And having not had a huge chance to use your own, I'm sure what that means for you and your abilities as well. But writing here, I do want to give a chance. Just you're in a single carriage, all of you together. Of course, Morgan is there, very giddy and excited, and has been writing a little bit in her diary. Is there anything in this moment anybody wanted to do?
What are you writing about?
Oh, well, I've really, I was journaling how I met the most marvelous people. How you all walked into the school, and how I really thought I was going to miss this marvelous wedding and all the to do about it. And she kind of gets red in the face a little bit as she goes, and I hope that I can snag an admirer for.
I think you'll have no trouble at all.
Well, as long as I make sure I let them get to you first.
Insight check.
Sure.
That's a strange thing to say. I roll a 17 plus my 2 for a 19. I'm just trying to. Was that kind of a smug comment, or was that like a genuine comment?
Yeah, I would say it's a little more like the adoration sycophantic that you received back when you were on Earth High School.
Got it. Okay.
Like a very clear recognition of rank
Mhm.
in a way, like I don't want any trouble. Take who you want.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Political thing. Got it.
Yeah, more like that. Not too smug or anything. Whether there could be a little bitterness in there, but not that would cause you concern.
So I just say, "You're so sweet."
Watching that interaction, can Nayland do a separate insight check? I'm curious if what name actually is Kelly using? Is she going by Kelly?
I think she said for the documentation she was going to call herself like Lady Kalindra.
Oh yes, you did.
That's
Okay, never
correct.
mind. I had been curious if anybody here had heard of a Kelly from Lies before, but
Gotcha.
wouldn't have come up.
How's that book, Sav?
Dense. There's a lot of rules.
Of course.
It's going to take me a while.
But learning the rules of the social world is half the fun.
You and I have very different ideas of fun, Kelly.
Wow.
This is a lot.
And you, Anastasia, how did you meet?
How did I meet who?
I was trying to think of what name she was going by. Like, it just slipped my brain.
Sandra.
Andrea?
No.
Morgan?
Lies.
Lysandria.
Lysandra.
Oh, it is Lysandra. Okay.
Uh-huh.
How did you meet Lysandra?
Well, I started attending the school that she kind of became popular at, and from there we just became really good friends. How did you all come to know her? Like, she never mentioned many of you. At that moment, Anastasia is also going to subtle cast Detect Thoughts.
On who?
Whoever answers, because I can do the whole group for a minute.
It's true. Whoever's talking, they can immediately switch it.
Well, my question would be: you said many? Did she mention any of us?
No, she didn't actually. She only talked about somebody that she never actually mentioned her name or their name even, but she talked about somebody she was trying to get away from. And that was really about it. Somebody she was trying to forget.
We went to Liza's previous Lysandra previous school. That's how we met Liza. Lysandra. Jesus Christ.
So what's Nan saying in her head that she's telling me this?
Probably a lot of the same. I'd be like, okay, try really hard not to say lies. Okay, and also just be careful not to say school, or to say school and not mention what type of school it is, because that's not lying. It was a school.
What about the rest, y'all?
How did we meet?
Yeah. I mean, you're all invited to her wedding, so you all just seem so new to these parts. So just weird, if you could say, that you show up and you're all instantly invited to this wedding that I've been trying to get invited to for years.
For years?
Yes.
How long has this
I mean-
wedding been on?
For the last year and a half.
A 1.5 year engagement. When was the proposal?
I mean, it was a few months after she came here.
Was it a standard proposal?
In what way do you mean?
Well, did someone ask someone else and they said yes?
Well, I mean, Lysandra became the popularest one of them all. Everybody wanted her hand. And she became, as you could see from the school, she became such an affection of many of them. And then Mr. Maximilian made his appearance, and he just seemed to win her heart.
Oh, shit.
I think that's someone's thought.
Yeah, that was a live thought.
So, if I'm understanding correctly, you didn't see the proposal.
You cut up for me.
Oh, so you didn't see the proposal?
No, it was kind of private.
Is that normal for someone so popular to have such a private proposal? It wasn't out in public. It wasn't some grand event.
It was definitely something unique for these parts, I could say.
Surely it had been at least chaperoned, no?
Well, I myself wasn't there.
Do you happen to know who was, other than the two of them?
I don't, but I'm sure Miss Morgan over here might. I mean, her and Lysandra became a little more friendly than I even.
Lysandra, did you see the proposal?
I mean, Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Morgan. Did you see the proposal?
Lies was Morgan the whole time.
Disguise self drops.
Oh, well, it was meant to be private, but it's I can say a lot of us were walking around when it happened. It was actually quite romantic. He made sure that they were in a very part of the campus. We call it the Love Hedge itself. It's where most proposals are traditionally made. And over the time, we just say certain payments have been made over the many years of the school so that there are plenty of watch holes in the hedges.
That's kind of creepy. And seems like unproprietous.
Looks like.
And I look it up in the book to see if spying is okay. I feel like that's got to be something in here that spying on people is like.
Well,
But everyone knows. Everyone knows it's private to the point of where you know that it is publicly private.
exactly. I mean, if you're that popular, you can't
Those
expect to have
words
privacy
are
and everything.
antonyms.
No, she kind of really she gives you the weirdest look, like where you're from another planet. That's really what she's
Literally.
doing here. Yeah, she's really like, what is going on here? She goes, no. Listen, in society, there's your public self, then there's your public private self, then there's your private public self, and then there's your private married self, and then there's your private, you're paying people not to say anything self.
It's actually quite simple.
Wait, are you like Kelly used to be?
Are you what?
Does she just have like a bunch of hers inside her?
Huh?
Morgan, is there
Is he adopted?
well,
He's-
probably found him in like a trash can or something somewhere.
He was dropped as a baby.
I 100% like shove Naylor.
Oh, that very much
So rude.
Is there like you know, like those like
She immediately goes between you and like puts an arm around Nayland. She goes, like you touched a woman, and it is not. She's very disturbed by it.
oh okay. Hello. Great. I bet you can hear me better from so close. Are there like those like,
-2 admiration.
like a
Are these
gossip?
cumulative or for individual
Yes.
people?
Well, for you, they're cumulative 2 different places.
Okay.
They're per individual NPC.
Sparkle's just looking at you, shaking his head.
Anastasia, to answer your question, I meant list in a bar.
Slander, you mean?
Sure, I knew her, but we were closer than clearly you two are.
Detect thoughts.
And I'm just picturing when I showed up out of blue smoke in the bar on Earth.
Anastasia's thinking to yourself, these people are too easy to read. What about you, Miss Calandra? Cassandra?
Kalendra.
Calindra.
What about
Kill Sandra. Who's Sandra?
She's moving her detect thoughts to you.
Okay.
So have you see any surface?
You
thoughts?
seemed so intrigued about Lysandra and her wedding dates.
Weddings are a joyful time, aren't they?
They can be. They can also be very tragic.
Quite true.
What are you thinking?
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, secrets.
And then if anybody's paying attention, Anastasia's disguised self, I think, finally drops. And you will all see the same picture of her, but very smaller, almost doll-like. And from her is dripping like kind of ice cracks all over her body, and you see her hair is kind of icicles.
Oh,
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
So when you see her disguised self finally drop and fade away, you see her mannequin-esque porcelain doll frame, who's about 3 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and you see ice cracks all throughout her skin, and the ends of her hair is kind of icicles. And she almost has a coldness around her.
Morgan thinks that this is normal or is surprised.
Morgan immediately is. Are we that familiar with them?
I just can't keep it up all the time, Morgan. Remember, I told you that.
Hmm.
You are absolutely stunning. You
Really,
shouldn't hide
Kelly?
yourself. Yes.
I just shake my head.
So Morgan, are there any of those like local gossip bulletins, something that we might be able to read to follow Lysandra's romance with Maximilian? Like a Lady Whistledown kind of a thing?
We asking Morgan. I'm sorry.
If there are any of those like weekly or bi-weekly like columns that like an anonymous person puts out about the romances of the.
Oh. Well, there was some. I mean, it's. She kind of again goes, well, you see, if you put in the right coin at the beginning of the year, you get the understall. And so every young lady knows you go to the stall at your appointed time, and a little letter gets put on there telling you what's going on.
Oh, got it. Have you ever been featured in the column?
Oh, me, once when I was a young man, Mafire, who I thought we were approaching that, but his affections went elsewhere.
Real shame. I'm sure you'll have better luck at this wedding.
I'm sure it takes so much work to do this, and it takes wasted time. But again, here, hopefully, as we said, we can end for all of you as well. Now, I couldn't help but have noticed that some of you seem maybe less excited about the event. And I just wanted to say that I'm not stupid. I'm not sure why some of you seem to want to see Lysandra for different reasons, but she invited you, so it's none of my business. You seem decent enough. Well, except one of you. But it's important to play along. Else you find yourself unable to get anything done very quickly. It's amazing how quick you could be out of action here.
Why did we bring you again?
She is being incredibly helpful, Zav.
Seems like she's being rude, but with
I'm
nice
trying
words.
to help you when we get there. You are a friend of Lysandra, therefore a certain amount of courtesy I gave you upon the reference, but it will not be the same there. Don't wish to see anyone put out in the cold or, I must admit, embarrassing Lysandra either. But her reputation could take it. But even with these documents and from where you are, I mean, I think of your friend Kiliandra here. It could ruin her entire family name. They could never be a part of the society if things go wrong.
I think Kalandra will be fine, personally.
I think we should listen to what Morgan says. Thank you, Morgan.
She answers, I was just trying to be helpful. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
The land.
Yeah, here we sit.
The land we come from is a little different, I admit, but not all of us have had the benefits of a certain societal education.
I understand. Just nods a little bit. And you can tell she still is not sure. There's a point because you've been inciting her too. She kind of feels like Zav might be a mass murderer at this point. So she's just very like this is like or an official assassin, like just the way like nothing, no one acts like this, and it's just she's very very worried.
Morgan, perhaps we could speak in private, very, very, very so briefly.
Kelly, we're in a carriage. How are
I
you
know.
gonna-
It's just I think it would really benefit if Morgan understood certain things.
Why do I feel like you're just going to make excuses for me?
I would never, Zav.
You're doing that thing with your face that tells me you're lying.
Around this time, at any rate, the carriage does stop as I go, all right, need to water the horses. And they come down and address you, Kelly, and Morgan, though everyone can hear. The last few miles, we've been seeing signs of activity. Wood splinters, broken arrows. But we tried to push through it. It's been hours now, and the horses can't take much more. So we'll have to be alert.
Okay.
Apparently, I think this wedding party you went to reported wedding gifts being stolen and other supplies on their way here, but none hurt. So hopefully they're honorable thieves. They are, if they do end up getting past us, it's usually best to just give them something. We'll do our best to keep that from happening, obviously.
I excuse myself and just go start, like, petting the horses because they're better company. I keep that to myself, but if Anastasia's mind reading is still up, you would hear that.
I feel like Sparkle's going over to Zav and be like, okay, Zav. So, Sparkle's going to basically give you a rundown. I feel like you won't even, like, get it. But, like, on how we, as Lysandra's friends, being invited to this wedding, we're basically all of our interactions with everybody at this party are going to like reflect upon her and her reputation. So like if we act like weirdos, which I mean we kind of are.
What are you saying,
like,
Sparkle? You calling me a weirdo?
Yes, Zav, you're a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. Aylin's a weirdo. Look at Biff. I feel. What is Biff doing currently?
Biff is probably just still sitting on the cart. There's a lot going through his head right now.
Who even cares what our reputation is here? We're literally here to try to bring Liz back. Or Liz back.
I know, but everybody expects people to act a certain way. So if we act outside of that, we might not get to talk to her even.
That's when we care what other people think about us.
We shouldn't care about what they think about us.
So why are we pretending?
Because that's what everybody does. It's like everybody's putting on a big old act.
That's stupid.
I know.
So why are we being like them?
Because if we don't pretend and play the game that everybody else is playing, we won't even get to talk to Lias. And if we try to bully our way in, we'll probably get poked with swords a lot. And I don't know about you. I just got these clothes. I don't want them to be drenched in blood yet.
Why is the clothes the thing that you care more about than you getting filled with holes?
Well, because we've got into a lot of scraps over these past months.
Yeah.
Months. I don't know. Time's been weird. Speaking of, can you believe that Liza's been here for 3 years?
Yeah, I guess now Liz has been by herself for longer than she's been with any of us.
I know.
And it was weird when Kelly, Nayland, and I were back and we'd been together for longer than the group's even been together. It's got to be weird for her.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll stay quiet because I'm not going to say things just to butter up these snooty people.
All right. Zav, go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw, please.
$15.
15. In that case, Sparkle. Yeah, I was right. Cool. So it was like the right name. Sparkle, as you watch Zav in these moments, it's as though his features become like overgrown, becomes more unshaven. His breath begins to smell awful. His teeth decay. And then as he calms down, it all kind of goes back to the way he was before.
And Sparkle says that very audibly, so you could react to him saying that.
What's wrong?
Your face went funny for a second, and now it's not funny anymore. It's like your intelligence and charisma dropped to 1 or negative a billion.
What does that even mean?
That you became like for all of a second, and then it all went back to normal.
Oh, okay.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel fine. I mean, I'm starting to wonder if everybody has decided to just pick on me today, but
No. I think there might be magic here afoot.
did I feel something like try to come over me, or
No. You didn't necessarily. I mean, you might have felt a little bit on your face, like itchy a bit, but other than that. Actually, no, you wouldn't have felt anything,
okay?
to be honest. But you would have been able to probably see Sparkle's face a little bit, like
Yeah.
she probably honestly has seen something.
I'm gonna look around into the tree area behind Zav and just be like, "Oh, is there anybody in there?"
All right. If you want to give me a perception check.
That's a natural 20
Nice.
for 22.
And, you don't see anybody, but as you look further into the woods, you begin to see more evidence of broken crates, hauled off, empty boxes, look like some rusted weapons, and you can just make out through the trees, faint firelight. So there is a camp some distance within. While that's going on, Kelly, you had pulled Morgan aside.
Oh, right. Morgan,
Yes.
I realize we're not probably, as a group, the most civilized seeming. But it's important to know that there are some things that not all of us are ready for. While Zav may appear, what's the right word? Rude
British.
to some. He has other talents.
I see.
Talents that are quite useful to a lady such as myself when it comes to defending against people with arrows. It's, in other words, it's important that he be with us because protection is
Oh,
hard to come by that you can trust.
I see.
You see, when he was younger, my father and his father were good friends, and his father died saving my father's life, and my father made a pledge that no matter how rude Zav might grow up to be one day, that he would never cast him aside.
I see it. In that case, might I suggest? Well, I won't suggest. I won't presume such things, but I will say it might be smoother if you would introduce him. I'm assuming him as your either man or woman.
I'm sorry, what?
Introduce him as either your man or woman. It would. I guess you're not familiar with the term. It's what we politely refer to as a security person of sorts.
Oh, yes, of course. Absolutely.
It would. It wouldn't bode too well, but they would understand that he comes from a background where he's here because of his services, not because of his likability or his other traits. It would, and also prevent them from reflecting. Just might have him easier go if it's so rough for him.
Right. And if he's the main bodyguard, he would be my main man. Correct?
I mean, I've never heard that one. But if you had a few, yes, I would suppose if you said, "This is my, this is my man, and this is my man, and this is my main man." this, and then as long as it's worked out, yes. So I suppose if you said this is my main man and main woman, if you had two of those, then there might be a relationship between the two that we might get suspicious of.
Right. That's where I'd have to have a main squeeze. But I suppose maybe I should just refer to him as man. Like I could say, "All right, man," and "Cool, man," and that sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Just what you would say. It's very simple. When we go society, I would introduce all of you, and when I introduce you, you would introduce him.
Understood.
And I would introduce the others, and that would show them that they're separated. It'd be a degree of separation. And they'd understand what that means.
Okay, I think that will work splendidly. And I'm very sorry if the conversation was difficult on the ride over.
I know, especially in some of the other provinces, it's the ways that things are done, especially here, are not. I hope you know, and even if he does not, it was honestly just because I want all of you to succeed
I know.
in what you are here. I was just trying to be helpful.
And I can see that. And I am so ever grateful. It's wonderful to have a friend like you. Perhaps even a sister like you.
She smiles. We'll see. She nods. Anything from anybody else?
Inside the carriage, Anastasia, I guess, I don't know if it's just the only one in there, but she pulls out this little copper wire since everyone else has left, and she does ascending and goes, Benefactor, because Biff's not, this is in her mind. Benefactor, the package has arrived. They are on their way to you now. I will see you shortly. The blonde one, I don't trust.
Amazing. All right. We note the message has been sent. All right. So, anything else from anybody else?
Sparkle would probably say to them, Sav, I see
Yeah.
something out there in the woods.
Point it out to me discreetly.
It's like really far out. I think those bandits that everybody was talking about, they're out there. I don't think they noticed us yet. They know that people have been traveling around. It's only a matter of time before they figure it out that we're out here.
With as quickly as you and I run, how long do you think it would take us to get there?
How far away would you say it was, Matt? Like deep in the woods?
It kind of depends if you're sprinting, you could probably get there within a minute, but you're also be very loud.
No, a minute's too far. I was just like, if I can get there in 12 seconds, I'll run. I guess we should note that to everybody else then, huh?
Yeah.
I'll let you do the talking. I wouldn't want to offend anyone.
Sparkle like looks like he's about to say something, but then decides not to say it because he feels like he's just gonna be putting his foot in his mouth. And he learned from the last 80 bazillion times he's done that. Psst, Aelin.
Yeah.
So while Zav and I were talking about the horses, I think I saw the bandits camp way deep in the forest.
Shit. All right, well, maybe we just tell the driver and we can just give them like a big wide berth.
Yeah. Also, something weird happened with Zab's face for a minute. And I don't really know what happened, but it feels very like magic-y.
He sometimes gets that way when he has gas. It usually, like in a second or two, it passes.
So his face goes all like, and Sparkle's face kind of like goes all weird looking, like almost like snarly and like cross-eyed. It goes all like,
Okay.
and that's normal.
Okay, well, maybe not that extreme. That's concerning. Well, what happened right before?
Well, we were talking, and then all of a sudden he stopped, and it was like for a split second.
Well, what were you talking about?
We were talking about how at this party everyone's going to be basically playing the game of propriety and whatnot, and that we kind of have to like play along in order to make sure everything goes smoothly, because what we do could affect our ability to get towards Lies and talk to her, or it might even affect her or Kelly or Morgan even. And well, Morgan's be kind of nice. I don't want to ruin her reputation.
If I peek around the carriage, does Kelly look especially pretty?
I would say at this point she probably looks normal.
Okay. All right. I mean, it could have something to do with the camp, but that means then that they know that we're here. If it happened right after that conversation, though, I wonder if this place has like ambient magic. Like maybe if you're outcast enough, you start to look gross. His face looks normal now?
Yeah, it was like only for a split second.
Okay. Well, I guess we should just keep an eye on it. And let's definitely tell the driver about the camp in the woods. And, I mean, I'll keep definitely an eye out just to make sure it doesn't look like we're being followed. But maybe you should look out the other window, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll have to make sure Zav behave. Okay. All right. Good talk, Sparkle.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go tell the driver about what I saw deep in the woods.
Okay. Oh, wait, the camp's nearby. And he'll come and he'll make sure he informs both Morgan and Kelly. Because they're the names that have this immediate. Oi, you're spies. We saw a camp nearby.
Do you think we can avoid them, or does it seem that may not be possible?
Well, from what I said, it's in the woods. So, since we're not crawling to our ears, they might not have noticed us yet. Whether they will or not, I can't say. Morgan Sitset goes, You all said you were capable? Or I wonder if we could... If there's things they stole, could we get some of it back? Or maybe just take a peek at them.
It certainly would look good on us.
Come back with stolen gifts. That would be quite the reputation booster.
Rescuing a wedding.
Also, we'd be getting rid of bandits. that are terrorizing the county?
Right.
Yes, but they could be negotiated with. Who knows? Maybe they're fun bandits.
I admit I don't know the bandits around here, and
I've not met one ever, but
Yeah, I thought these woods are full of monsters.
they are. This guy goes, of course we'll go along with whatever you'll say, Mims, but our job will be to protect the cards if you are going any type of interacting.
well, let's check in with everyone, see how they're all feeling. So, everyone, it appears Sparkle has spotted the bandit camp. Not, well, a good distance from here, actually, but not a distance we couldn't get to. It's possible these are the bandits who stole the gifts from Lyssandra's wedding. What do you all think? Is it something you think we could reasonably hope to manage accomplishing? I'm not saying violently necessarily, but if it came to that, that certainly should be considered.
It depends, Morgan. How dangerous are these woods normally? Because we haven't quite gotten, like, what kind of things do live in here? It would be foolish to approach these people because if they, without at least having some gauge on how strong they are, and if they can survive a day in here, they have to be at least strong enough, to beat any of the creatures that come their way.
Was that to anybody?
That was to Morgan.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you were saying to Morgan what again?
I was relatively just asking what kind of things live out here, like normally, what kind of beasts?
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't quite know. Wolves. There's been, well, some rumors of things that pretend to be your friends. Voices, people lost in the woods. Those who go searching don't come back. Of course, also of women grotesque who will trade you for your dreams. They always say it comes with darkness. Amateurs, Lysandra would say.
Makes sense. And call me skeptical, but what are the odds that that bandit camp over there is an illusion, trying to drag us away from the path?
Oh, we've seen it. I mean, we know people have been robbed.
Doesn't mean it's not showing us an illusion of grandeur in front of us to solve the problem we've been told about.
Ooh, it's also one way to find out, right?
I don't trust her. I'm doing an insight check to see if
Sure.
she's been lying. I got a 10.
Okay.
I believe it.
With a 10, I'd say her outright excitement for it does not match any type of prowess she may have. This really just might be someone who doesn't know what it is and has just read a bunch of penny novels.
Okay, that actually does help a ton because that means her input is nothing.
She's basically Lydia Bennett.
But I'm gonna look at the group. She has no idea what she's talking about.
Well, Anastasia, how about you? I mean, you clearly are capable of much magic.
I mean, if it's another way to get into the wedding, I'm sure Lysandra would love some more presents, and it would really help all your reputation around here. You could become local heroes stopping bandits.
Do you have a sense of if the camp might be a trap? Like an illusion one to pull us away from the path?
She kind of peers out the window. I don't know from this far away.
Can I insight check you?
Of course you can.
Okay.
Beat a 26.
No, I didn't.
You believe every word she says.
Can I tell from here? Can I do like an Arcana check?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
20. So the dirty 20, you don't get the sense of any type of illusion magic. The boxes seem real. The flames, the way that the light bounces, everything matches to a reality.
You are so untrusting of like just normal banditry, aren't you? Like,
No, it's just a little coincidental.
I mean, we're traveling roads to a wedding place, and there's bandits. Of course, this is what happens around these parts. It's Fairway.
Seems a little dumb to steal from a wedding and then hide just down the road from it.
Well, I mean,
And if
they're a
it's
couple
a
of days out
different-
still, but yeah.
I do think it's a win-win. I mean, we get the presents back, we help our reputation, but we also keep the streets safe. I mean, the people at school were too afraid to even come to the wedding because of these bandits. I vote we at least go check it out.
I'm also in this boat.
I'm not against it. I just wanted more information. And with that, I'm going to switch my armor's model so I have the lightning gun. Just in case.
All right. Then what would we like to do?
Oh, and at this point, when Biff changes his like armor, like because one of his arms is mechanical, one of his arms is also just like completely changing shape from like like in one state it's very bulkier and now it's a little bit thinner and longer.
Nice.
I
As the
could
group
probably-
does,
Oh, go ahead.
as the group leaves, Anastasia does look up on top of the carriage, which, unless anybody can see invisible things, goes, "Come along, friend. We have things to go see."
Jesus. I can go up ahead and sneak there and get an idea of what we could be walking into. Anastasia, you're kind of compact. Do you have a way of communicating with the group if you come with me?
I do. I could, and I'm very sneaky also.
Okay. Does that sound good? All right.
Yup.
No news is good news. I'm doing
Yup. I climb into the
it.
carriage, and I'm just there petting the horse. Where are you guys going?
Apparently bandit camp.
Naylan,
Yeah.
I woke up. I take your hand into both of mine and I say, "Best of luck."
Why is that fine?
And I will give you a bardic inspiration.
Thanks.
Anastasia sees that and hums a little tune, but I'm sure you all can hear it that goes, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Lies no longer loves you." And Kelly, you get a bardic inspiration. And she runs
Jesus
off.
Christ. Wait.
Yep.
Is it too soon for me to insight you again? How did you know the name Lies?
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I don't even need to insight. I know there's something up with you now.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 28.
Yes. You know that she might know a little more information than you guys. She might be putting off that she was pretending.
Anastasia, dear. Did I understand correctly that you wanted to walk up ahead?
Yeah, I was gonna go check it out with your friend.
What a splendid idea.
Thank you.
Are you guys going to steal the presents back, just undetected?
Oh,
Is that the goal here?
Well, no, I just wanted to do kind of recon. I mean, if we just steal the presents back, that's only 2 of our 3 goals. I mean, unless we don't care about stopping the bandits and we just want to bring the presents to the wedding.
Seems like an all-out fight's not ideal anyways. Talking them down and getting the presents out seems like the most ideal situation.
Okay.
But that's not up to me, that's up to you guys.
I think that makes sense. So we won't engage unless we have to.
All right. And making your way then, or was there anything else?
I'm staying back with the carriage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bit closer to the point where I can like see Nayland and Anastasia doing their scouting, but I'm not like couldn't actually help with any of the scouting. I just want to be able to see them.
Okay. So then Anastasia and Nayland, you go forward. Is that it?
I want to go sneak in too.
Sneak in. And where's Zav?
Still with the horses.
Okay. Zav staying behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zev knows he's not sneaky and he doesn't want to give anybody away.
What's Kelly's bardic?
D6.
Nice.
Yeah, give me the stealth checks.
15.
26.
11.
Okay.
I am the weakest link.
Goodbye.
In that case, you come upon a rousing scene. There's this camp that has been made in a clearing. Many bedrolls and wagons, some damaged, some in fairly good condition. A little stream with a makeshift bridge over it, and a larger tent that looks like there's like a luxurious high society bed in it almost.
Mhm.
And there you could hear as you approach and so you see these 4 goblins sing drunkenly and dance around a bonfire. 2 others play discordant music, and one bangs energetically on a drum while the other play a lute badly. You see a female goblin dressed in an ill-fitting gown, large and pink, on a tall armchair, and munches on a chicken leg. In her other hand is a wand topped with a glittering star, and nearby a four-pronged pitchfork and a broom.
Can we spot an area that looks like it's like a hoard of loot? Like gems overflowing out of chests or something?
Sure, give me a perception check.
Oh, God. 10.
Okay. It's hard to tell, other than there is some loot near her. There could be cases that you can try to investigate.
I think while kind of stealthily circling the camp, I just want to make sure that I have an accurate number of who's here. So like I would listen through tents just to make sure there wouldn't be any surprises if there was a conflict.
Absolutely. You're able to pick up on two very large beasts that have bridles, very sharp teeth, and saddles.
Okay.
Very furry. Sparkle, you would know these creatures by the name of warg.
Oh, a picture.
There's available maps as well.
Oh, sick.
So,
Oh, you did me.
Sparker and Biff went up.
Like I did not want to be close at all because
Well, you're way back, yeah.
yeah, I am probably not within the map.
Okay.
Because all I wanted to be able to see was like our allies. And I don't care about seeing the camp. I'm just worried about Anastasia. I don't trust her at all.
Okay, and what would you like to do?
I asked a couple questions. Does anybody else want to pursue anything?
I was going to like get a head count, what kind of weapons they have.
Absolutely. You can see what appear to be a combination of slings, crossbows, and scimitars. Definitely the teeth on the creatures look nasty. Give me an Arcana check.
Nine.
Okay, so that's about it. Let's see, a few crates you could try to figure out or investigate, or where would you like to go?
I think Malin's probably heading around the back side of this big tent.
Okay.
So if I give myself a dash, I can move 60.
Is your intent to get inside?
No.
Okay.
Could I like be behind it and like peek under it? Is that possible?
Sure, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put myself right over you, and then I'm gonna give you a stealth check. That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to peek underneath here, and you can readily see is in here. There is a large chest. You see a very, very large chest here, and kind of you can tell that there might be some coins within it because it's slightly open, and it's being held open by a pile of very fine, elegant dresses.
Okay, and there's nobody in the tent?
Correct.
Okay.
And again, around here, there's this fiddling and kind of raucous party as the woman, Goblin bobs her head, is enjoying it entirely. What'd you like to do? Anybody?
Well, we're back.
I'm looking at
I
something.
know I'm back to the thing.
Yeah, I know. Back.
How far did we travel?
About 1,000 feet.
Okay.
I will move on from the tent and try and stealthily check these boxes.
Okay. You find a few. Actually, for there, I do need another stealth check.
Sure.
A little bit more noticeable.
19.
19. Okay, very good. There are a few more bottles of wine. Like almost one box has 12 packed in it. In another smaller box, there is a silver jewelry box.
Would I have a sense if these things were presents? Or, like, would they be wrapped? Or just because they're fine, I might suspect that they were the gifts for the wedding?
They definitely had the feeling of, like, wedding supplies. Like a lot
Gotcha.
of alcohol, a lot of these things. Like, it all would make sense. Into the dresses, these types of things. You imagine if they were wrapped, they had been unwrapped way before you got here.
Gotcha.
I will ask, anything happening back at the camp or where the wagons are, or
Sure. I'd want to ask Morgan. I'm a little worried about Anastasia between you and me.
oh, why would you worry about her? She's always been a bit interesting.
I agree. Which is why it was so troubling just now when I heard her use that ghastly nickname to describe Lysandra.
Oh, well, guess yes. Just like well, if I told you to refer to that Zav person as your Zavroth as your man, you could say Anastasia's always had a slight servant role. She is under the servant classification at the school, so we all we assume that's just maybe some role. It's not uncommon for a young lady to be raised alongside a woman of noble birth, as at first a sister and then a servant.
Well, yes, but how bold to use that nickname. I mean, you do know about that nickname, don't you?
Only she asked it not to be said outside of Anastasia's mouth, and we used to always ask about it, and she just said, well, don't. It's just Anastasia, and something about, I can't do anything about it. Brother insists.
Oh, is that what she told you?
Yes. Is this apparently overprotective brother or something? Make sure she was taken care of.
Perhaps one way to put it. It's just that nickname has followed Lysandra. I thought the last person to ever speak it would have done so ages ago. It's not a kind thing to say. So
Well, yeah. So we changed it to Lys.
good. That's the correct pronunciation. It was a long time ago when people would call her that.
Oh.
So strange that Anastasia would say such a thing.
Well,
I
mean,
keep
you
my eye
can't-
on her.
It's always good to, but the servants, they have all their eccentricities.
Of course.
We can, of course. I mean, I just know that she was supposed to arrive, and she had the invitation similar.
Well, I'm sure this wedding will go off without a single hitch. It's probably nothing to be worried about. I just get nervous when... Well, I suppose that's just my mind running away with me.
It's easy too. Other things as well, and seeing everyone dashing off into the woods like that. And then, your man Zev, though, does seem to be quiet. He's a horse person, is he?
He likes animals, yes.
Okay. Just never seen someone like horses more than people. But she kind of goes, sorry, it's always looking out. I was hoping that someone that good looking had good manners, I guess. But I need to let that go. I apologize.
Oh, no apology is necessary. It'll stay between us.
All right. Then, Goblin Hideout, what are y'all doing?
Nayland gets a message from Anastasia. So, what is our plan? I mean,
What's
we
up?
came, we saw.
I'm still checking the boxes. I don't know if anybody wants to check the east of the camp. But I found some stuff. I don't know. Wait, message. How long can I talk?
You and Nico?
Reply with a short message of 25 words.
Get me what?
Okay.
Let's do it.
At the East Camp, I found stuff in the tent that I'll take back with me.
Hey, Sparkle. Your friend Nayland said she needs your help in the tent to grab some stuff.
Excuse me?
I'm going to provide a distraction. You want to go over that way?
Okay, if you're sure.
Yep. That's what she told me.
Sparkle trusts Anastasia.
Sparkle's thick in the head.
Okay. Sparkle's going to go over to the tent.
Perfect. I leave Anastasia alone. Where nobody sees her pull out a bag of bones.
Nope,
Run
I
on
am
the-
actually watching you. That is exactly what I'm here for.
Well, you said you're about 100 feet away, right? That's probably where you are.
Yeah, but at this point, if she was getting everyone away from her, that would raise my suspicions.
So you'd get a little closer.
Yes, if I have to make a stealth check, I will.
Yeah, give me. You're still staying a little bit away, but it's sort of be a little lower DC. But go ahead and give it to me.
Right. Not good.
Okay.
My stealth mat was a 15.
Okay,
And
so
nine.
you scurry over there. Anastasia begin to just move a little bit, and then you hear a lot of metal clanging. As you see the goblin woman stand up. Huh? And she makes a loud clicking noise. Ah! And two of the goblins put away fiddles and get out their crossbows, while the two large wargs begin heading that direction very slowly. And because of that, Anastasia, I'm going to need a stealth at disadvantage against the warg.
Matt, do you want one of us to share the map?
Oh, that's right.
So,
I forgot when I switched windows. Yeah, that would be great.
disadvantage is a 27 because I rolled a 20 and an 18. So they don't see me. Sorry, Biff.
I don't care.
I think Anastasia also sees out of the perception, because her passive perception is 14. Biff start moving and hears the noise and goes, people, why did they have to intrude on my stuff? And then just kind of like disappears into the like tree and crawls up it real quickly.
Would I see the warg starting to move?
Yes.
From where I am, then I would like to get out, dig around in my pouch, get out a little bit of fleece and rub it together really, really fast, and kind of whisper into my hand, whisper into my hands, and then blow on it as like the fleece kind of like sparks a bit, and 30 feet to the north, south, east, west, to the west, like all the way that way, 30 feet to the west, I'm going to minor illusion a scream.
Okay, the west of the wargs. Okay, so
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give them a perception check on that. What's your spouse save DC?
It is a 16.
16. Okay. I'll let that happen. And there's looks, the guards themselves, they mostly reposition themselves to be here. And then the wargs begin running off towards the scream.
I will also note that I don't know if anybody from our group back at the horses would have heard that scream as well. But
how far does it say it goes? Does it say?
Minor illusion. You create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, but continues unabated throughout the duration, or you can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends.
Okay. So I feel like with the woods and everything, there might be a sound of a voice, but it's not going to come over much like a scream necessarily.
All right.
That far, with 1,000 feet away. But for the others, it's definitely a scream.
Yeah.
Okay. So this isn't necessarily combat then, I think, but we do want to go to some turns. So roll that initiative, please.
It's all natural 20.
Second one today. Nice.
And I will be checking in back at the cabin, or rather at the cabin, the garages. At those near them would like to roll. All right. There's Kelly, there's Zav. I just need an Anastasia.
16.
Got it. Initiative bonus 9. Crazy. All right, perfect. Okay, so right now just investigating. They're not necessarily aggressive towards any of you here, but it is just something I want to know where everyone's at turn by turn. But let's go ahead and take our break and then come back to it.
Hey.
All right. It's time to come on back. Love the new art for Callie. Saw that pop up. So, Spock, are you ready to kick us off?
I guess. I was muted. I seen the wargs kind of shuffle over there in their little warg way. I'm going to slip into the tent. Just sloop.
Yeah, I think since they got over there, just give me one more stealth.
I'm assuming Nalen's in the tent, even though I know she's not. 18.
Yeah. Bloop.
Hey, lad. I'm like looking through the tent.
So it's so interesting because the other side is wide open, so you see through the tent to the back of this goblin woman. But you see the boxes and crates, some of the finery, and all this whole area is like silks, but very mismatched. So very obviously taken. And it's kind of a fun as you go inside because it's this rough hide tent, but a very silky inside. So that was kind of your movement to get in. What would you like to do?
There's no Nalen in here. Anastasia lied to me?
Anything else?
That is it.
All right. Then Anastasia.
Okay. Now that I'm hidden again, and I'm going to try what I tried. Anastasia's going to throw down a pile of bones, and then subtly cast using her diadem, Animate Dead.
Okay. That does, and that's one action, right?
Yep. Because
What's dead are you using?
So 3 ghouls will be appearing.
Yes.
And
the joy from music definitely stops as they look some horrified glances. Ah!
And yeah, they're just pretty much, they're not going to run in and attack, but they're just going to run in and cause distractions.
Yeah, they definitely get noticed.
Yeah. I don't want them like to actually cause damage or anything. I just want them to be like the distracting party. So that's why the
Are they taking the dodge action?
Yes.
Perfect.
And that will be her turn.
All right, Wolfpack Nalen.
I am going to, seeing things kind of starting to kick off, I just want to get busy doing what I was going to do. So I'm attempting to grab the stuff that I had noted in these crates. You said it was like expensive wine or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to grab the expensive wine and then I'm going to move myself back into the tent, hopefully stealthily.
All right, so you kind of put it into like a pack that you have?
Well, I'm fine just carrying it in my hands right now because I'm hoping to put it among the items that was in that big chest.
Perfect.
To sort of consolidate the things that I had seen in there.
Yeah. You got it. I'll give you advantage, but just give me another stealth check.
You got it. Natural 20.
Very nice.
For a 28.
All right. Biff, you see the patrol kind of going the opposite direction, even though they were alerted by you. Of course, actually, O'Neill, you come in, you're able to get in there and see Sparkle in the tent.
Sparkle, you're supposed to be checking into the camp.
Anastasia said you needed my help.
Fuck. Anastasia
And then Sparkle looks at all of the ghoulies in the middle of with all the other gobos and be like, she's Trixie.
Very good. Then Biff.
All right. I'm going to use disguise self to make myself look like one of the goblins.
Amazing.
And,
Go down, you can go down like a few inches, right?
you can go down. Let me check.
This is some GLO shenanigans.
I'm looking at the wrong spell completely. I clicked on catapult for some reason. I was like, why does this not look
You can go 1 foot shorter or taller.
Yeah. Then never mind. I'm way too tall for that.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah. That will not work. Well then. Honestly,
Yeah,
can't be much
not unless you
about
wanted
it.
to be very theatrical or something. But you could.
This is not particularly theatrical.
Okay.
Not like Jello is. Then what I'm gonna probably do is just try to like sneak away from where I am, but still keep my eyes on Anastasia, just so that I'm not exactly where I was making sounds and caught.
Give me a stealth check.
All right. The app hates me. Let's go. Real dice. All right. That's a 16.
That'll do it.
Cool. Move a bit away. That's it for me.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna you see the woman waving her wand. Kind of looks at the three there, and she this big star wand, she makes this like ornate pattern with it. She's like, Johosasach. And a large orb of darkness appears surrounding them. Goes back away from it. That might have them get lost at least. Someone summoned them, be on the alert. Kelly.
Okay. I think since they haven't come back, Kelly will take Morgan's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on. Let's go check out the forest. Now, she's not actually talking about the forest leading to the place they're at. She's talking about the other side of the road.
Okay. Okay.
Great. Come on. And so she'll run off with her into the woods.
All right, they run off.
And am I able to get kind of concealed in there?
I mean, partially with the speed that you have, you probably get about 10 feet into the other side. But I mean,
Okay.
they don't like the guards aren't like they probably have a sense of like your outlines, but not what you're doing.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
I will cast a Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Which is a charisma save.
Yes. All right, she'll get a 16.
Damn. All right.
Do you not trust me?
I want to make absolutely sure, because I think I do. But I need to know something.
He looks a little upset. But you would just do that. You're not... I guess I thought you'd be as honest as lies. Is that you?
Lies?
Lysandra.
No, you said lies.
I did, because you... It's, again, our secret name for her when we were alone with her.
Do you want to know my secret name?
Sure.
Esther.
Okay, Esther.
But it's a secret.
I understand. As he smiles.
I think that's been over 6 seconds. So.
Yeah. All good. All right. So now. All right. So from the Orb of Darkness. So I'm gonna have this. Just kind of back out a little bit. These two actually now would take very guarding positions. By the queen a bit. This one coming up here. This one's going to come over here a little more. The wargs still march off towards the threat, and there's a lot of readying of crossbows and such things. And then we go to Zav.
Kelly, should we be worried about them at this point?
I'm sure they're fine. But if you don't feel comfortable, you can definitely check on them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start heading that way in case they got in trouble. And so I will just move 80 in that direction of 1,000.
Yeah. Sure thing. Sparkle.
We're in deep shit, Naylin.
Sparkle, it wasn't my plan to have you here. I don't know how to get you out. I was going to teleport away.
So what? You're gonna just leave me?
Well, now I can't do that, can I? Fuck.
Well, I could light the tent on fire. Cause a distraction.
But we're in the tent, Sparkle.
All right. I can light that bed on fire. I point to one of the beds across the way.
Yeah, large, luxurious, expensive bed.
Can you do it? And they won't see where it came from?
Maybe.
Well, we could just run from the tent.
Gotta be careful of those wargs. They got big teeth.
Oh, running fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have to stay sneaky.
I got them going off in that direction a little bit. So they're focused on that, so we better hurry.
Okay.
So I guess I will try to sneak my movement. Goes about to there. 30. Out here.
Okay. Yeah, definitely give me a stealth disadvantage because you're. Actually, no, because the bullet zone changed, so just regular stealth check.
Oh, the natural 20!
Nice. Third one.
Dab. Sorry.
Perfect. And Anastasia.
Okay. So, it'll be interesting. Let's see. Okay. So Anastasia is going to, first off, base step. Using her Twilight Step. Moving right here as a bonus action. Now, immediately after using your Twilight Step, okay, that's it. So nothing happens because I arrived there. And then my action, I am going to cast Fear. And I am going to aim them at the Goblin, Blarga, the Goblin, and the Goblin. So those four are going to get feared.
Very nice.
Which is a Wisdom 18 save.
We'll do Blarga first. Yep, that is a 3. And the 3 goblins. A 2. A 10. And a natural 20 for a 19.
So that natural 20, I'm going to Silvery Barbs.
Nice. 3.
I'm going to keep the advantage. And then you will see Anastasia then dash into the tent. Because they are all feared and have to drop their stuff down, run away.
Just true. Okay. But definitely the other ones would notice you.
Yes, so I would get the 3 that didn't have the fear would be able to see me dash into the tent.
Yeah. Well, they know where the spell came from because you shouted, so they're able to see you. They just can't follow because of the thing. Very good. Naylin, as Lies just ran in here, or sorry, not Lies, Anastasia.
I just look at her and I go, "We're gonna talk about this back at the caravan," and then I'm gonna try to. So I can lift 270 pounds. I'm hoping to just hold the belongings. I don't necessarily need to be able to walk full speed with them.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I'd
I mean,
like to
you can take those cases. They don't wear more than 270. You're able to walk with all of it.
Okay, perfect.
Regular speed.
Okay, then I'm going to move myself to the edge of the tent on the inside, and then I'm going to bonus action Starlight Step the 30 feet into these bushes over here, hoping to still stay hidden.
Before Naylin leaves the tent, in your head you do hear
The blonde one says your friend Kelly is going to die on wedding day. Who's Kelly? And then we just disappear out of the tent.
I'm disoriented in the trees. That's it for my turn.
Beth.
All right. Well, considering Nalen's close enough to me, I'm gonna look over Nalen and be like, "Is there anything else left back there?"
Shit. I don't know. We only searched the west of the camp. I think.
Can I just take a look around and see if I see anything else that looks like any other crates? It seemed like they're probably the same as like the ones Nalen found.
Yeah, and there's none quite by you that I can see on the map.
I'm gonna try to make my way over towards some. Well, at least, yeah, and at least some that are less occupied.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move your token.
Are they all like? So did Nalen get all the ones by her?
I
can't hear a word.
Yeah, she got him the from the tent and from the ones that are under the word goblin.
I see. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Then I will move myself. My movement is. Yep. So dashing, I will move between the trees back there, and that's it. I'm moving my guy. I just kept moving the wrong thing.
Got it.
And that's it for me.
All right. Belarga screams. The doll has come for us! And action dashes all the way over there. And Kelly.
She will take Morgan's hand and say, "If I told you something near and dear to me, would you promise to keep it a secret?"
Say you.
That's why I wanted to cast the spell, you see. I wanted to know that
I'll tell you the truth. No.
Well, that's okay. I just want to get it off my chest. The reason why this wedding is so important to me is because it's a very special day for Lysandra. And if I can make it even more special, I can't think of anything more fitting a gift than giving Lysandra the type of evidence to take a dagger and stab her own former best friend with it. And I immediately cast Gift of Gab. And I say, I just look forward to her big day, and I can't wait to see the look on her face. And I'm just so worried that something's going to ruin it. And after I heard that girl say that nickname, I've just been so worried for my friend. You can understand that.
She
Gift
sort
of gab automatically happens.
I know. I was just reading it, and I was just kind of nods her head. Right.
I'm sorry that I tried to cast that spell on you. I'm not a very skilled spell person, and I don't even know if I can trust my own traveling group sometimes. And I thought you and I just seemed to be cut from the same cloth. But I'm such a terrible judge of character sometimes, and I just wanted to be sure. But I appreciate what you said, that you would not promise to keep a secret, because you never know what someone might tell you. I feel very close to you, Morgan.
Right. I feel close to you too, Kelly.
Let's go rejoin the wagon.
All right, now we've got her 3 main gobbies here are going to join her as they scream, "The doll will eat us all!" And these 3, I think Kalanda still is very, everyone's from cover. There's all these weird things happening. So, guess Biff, give me a stealth because you were right in their path of moving here.
Totally fair. 11, 12.
12. Okay.
How much better?
All right. These 3 see you. They think you're trying to get their queen. You're the only threat they can actually perceive at the moment. So they take out their bows. And each will fire at you. Let's see here. That's a 13, a 20.
20 hits.
Okay. And a 23.
Both those hit.
So 2 arrows sticking your chest for 5 piercing and 6 piercing.
Got it.
And then there is a call. So we're going to summon the wargs.
Oh God.
Oh
no. So they've been running. So I would say they actually come back here because they weren't dashing before. They're just sort of running. So we're stalking more than anything. But so they'll get back here, and they definitely get a sparkle.
But I had a natural 20.
Yep. But they don't. They just got here, so
Okay.
they're running. And then Zav. You're running.
You're muted, John.
Yep, another 80.
Okay. Perfect. Sparkle.
Okay. I'm trying to think if Sparkle would still do it, but either way, it's resulted on this. So when they ran away, did they drop everything that was in their hands? Is the wand like over like on the chair or something?
I'm trying to see.
They would have, yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's up top. Okay. Yes, there is the Golden Star wand.
Okay. Okay. So Sparkle would know this. I'm trying to remember if I can. So when I summon Mage Hand, I can't have it do anything that turn. Correct? Because it says you can use your action to control the hand and to manipulate an object, open a door, blah, blah, blah.
Right, so if you just have the standard mage hand, correct. So it takes an action to summon it, then the next turn you can have it do something.
Okay. Then I'm going to could I dash over to the chair, pick up the wand, and then keep on running?
Mm-hmm.
And I will do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to
choose your speed there.
So that gives me 80. So to the chair is 20, 23 technically. And then that means 60. So I would be off. If I went straight down, I'd be off the map.
Okay.
So I go over there. I pick up the wand. Is the broom there too? And the trident?
The pitchfork, yeah.
I feel like I could only get one thing, right? Like, I feel like you could only get one thing.
I think that's fair because that's like an object interaction, right? Grabbing it, yeah.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna take the wand and I'm gonna book it.
Okay. Your entire body begins to burn. As you get there, your skin is painful, like it's bursting and cracking. And so, Anastasia.
Anastasia looks over to her invisible friend that's been following her this whole time and goes, Anna, collect whatever is left in here and meet me back at the cart. And then she picks up a little bit of stuff, heads out the side, sees the wargs and go, crap! Does another Twilight step, and then continues running without Daylight. So I'm using my action and movement to dash. Bonus step is I just picked up a little handful of things that were left in the tent. And I told Anna to grab whatever else she can and meet me at the cart.
You got it.
And I think my zombies are just making a bunch of noise in the thing, going, oh.
Absolutely. Naylin.
The wargs. I see them see my two allies. They look like they will pursue, or
yeah, they look pretty hostile.
Okay. This warg that's by the rock, the one in the back. This is a rock it's by, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that this is like a big rock?
It's a pretty big rock, yeah.
Okay. I am going to, at second level, I turn towards it from where I am in the trees, and I'm using magic that I don't think anybody has seen me use yet, but I'm going to cast Icicle Javelin at a second level. So I'm going to make a ranged spell attack. That's a 21.
That hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 3d8 cold damage.
Nice.
And then at the beginning of its turn on the next turn, it's going to make a strength save. If it fails the save, it gets pinned to that rock by the javelin. Okay, so that's 8, 6, 7, 8, 10 cold damage.
Nice. All right, yelps out.
And at the start of its turn, it would be a strength save, DC 15.
Okay. Biff.
Oh, wait, and then bonus action, I'm going to Starlight Step again.
Nice.
Off the map. Yeah.
Whee!
All right, I'm gonna use my action to pick up as many of the stuff of the boxes as I can.
Yeah, you grab one good box. Well, and you don't have to even use your action. That's an object interaction. You can grab a box.
Can I use my action to kind of do what Nayland did and kind of get everything into one box?
Sure.
I got as much stuff as possible. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Sanctuary and just then be on myself and then begin making my way back.
All right, I'm moving speed down. All right, so Anastasia is no longer in line of sight.
Yep, fear would go away.
I think they make a save, actually.
They do make a save, that's right.
Brilliant. Fall away.
18.
Is that at the end of their turn, or just whenever they become that way?
So if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight on you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So perfect. Then for this turn, then it runs off the map. Ah! And then gets its wisdom save. Yep, that's going to fail. So it's still feared. Kelly.
Whoops, wrong button. So I assume we're at the carriage, right?
You said at the carriage area.
All right. And am I the only person here now?
Yep, Zev left, and there's the guards. And
Okay.
boat driver.
I'm going to ask the guards about some information then. Might as well make some use out of this time. I'll ask if they have you ever do you go this route very often?
It's somewhat popular rental spot for weddings, I think. Totally. This piece, yes, it connects to the larger faraway. So this road is so it was such a big deal when it was shut down.
Yes, tell me more about that. Is there not a enforcement of law and order here?
It's not really anyone's jurisdiction. I heard that you went from here. It's all you enforce your city and maybe 1,000 feet around it. The guards do anyway. There's the occasional hunter that goes out. There's some that will go hunting, but no, it's pretty lawless once you get outside the cities.
Also, do you know anything about Maximilian?
Nothing that I'd be speaking with.
Well, no, I didn't mean rumors or anything. More about family. Does he have siblings or any?
You can see he starts to totally shut down. There's a station gap here that he's very.
Morgan, perhaps you could answer that for me.
Well, just that he stands to inherit the Silver Lodge.
Is that the first we've heard of that? A Silver Lodge?
I believe it was listed as the wedding.
I remember hearing something like that. I just didn't.
It's on the invitation.
Oh, okay, that's where I remember it. Any siblings or cousins, or I'm thinking like romance novel stuff, so I want to know all the suspects.
Absolutely. Yeah. So.
And that'll be the last thing she asks about.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, I think. Right.
Taking notes. Ooh.
Yeah. So that is it is Maximilian Darlington.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as his own, there are a few. She will tell you because of your connection here. There's rumors of a curse
Oh,
on the
interesting.
Darlingtons, though she doesn't really know the details.
Okay.
And then, but other than that, that's all that she has at this moment.
A family curse. Interesting. Okay. That definitely advances that a bit.
Yes. All right. In that case, we go to our gobbies that. Yep, these ones join. Log the map. Yeah, at this point, you hear them whistle, and it's with their queen running away and everything. No one, like, they don't. Doesn't look like Biff is chasing their queen anymore at the moment. They are basically just trying to get and call the wargs to they can move really quick. So they can move 100 feet over here. Kind of consolidate and not pursue. Because there's a lot of really freaky magic that just occurred. And Zav, you're kind of seeing them run back towards you, your friends.
Because I'm still 840 feet away.
Yeah.
From the camp, so they've come like 100 or something like that towards me.
Yeah,
so.
Right. But but
I'm 2 football fields away, seeing them running at me. I'm like, oh,
yeah. And right before we're actually, I think, break the initiative here, though. Sparkle.
Yes.
You cough and you see blood come from your lungs, and you gain a level of exhaustion.
Bro.
But I have a magic wand.
You're holding onto that wand.
Your first mistake.
Do I feel like it's still? I'm gonna keep getting hurt if I hold on to it longer.
Give me an Arcana check.
A 7.
You have no idea.
Sparkle gonna sparkle.
I'm gonna hang on to the wand.
All right. In the interest of getting everyone to well, I guess you all are running, and we'll probably just end there for tonight. Yeah. As having found some things and some things out, the mystery continues next week. See you then.